man. Good morning, everyone. Welcome on back. I hope you're having a fantastic one, a lovely day, feeling good, in a good mood. Perhaps we're about to be in a better mood today as we listen to this piece of music, Ma Bouche Rit. I probably totally butchered that, but I'm trying. Ma Bouche Rit. We're listening to a little bit more from Johannes, Ockeghem. Listening to this piece of music here, this track. Performed by the Medieval Ensemble of London. This particular album was released in 1982. We're listening to this because this was suggested and sponsored by Sylvain. Sylvain, thank you so much for the recommendation. I truly appreciate the support and the recommendations. We listened to a little bit recently. We were introduced to Johannes a few days ago. And now it's time for a little bit more. And I loved what we listened to, so I'm very excited to see how this one stacks up and just hear the style again as well. And can I tell you, listening to, the past week, we've gotten a lot of classical, and I know that maybe not everything is literally classical, but I'm boxing in a lot of different classical, Renaissance, and etc. kind of in a certain box. So we've been listening to a lot of classical music recently, and it's really gotten me back into it a little bit. I've been listening to my personal classical playlist a lot in the past few days. Excuse me. And it's just been really cool to dive back into that. I've been putting it on quite a bit, and I was playing the playlist when I was driving Liam around a little bit. I was playing it here, on my personal time and such. Like it's just been nice to kind of dive back into that. I've even played it when I've been on my bike rides and on my runs and such. Like it's just nice. So thank you guys so much for the introduction, like the reintroduction, I should say, and the what's the word? The revitalizing, I guess, of that particular spirit and side for me. So I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and listen to this piece of music. We'll discuss it after. Here we go. Nice run there. I don't know about you, and I won't speak for other people, but in 2026, like obviously I'm sitting here, I'm doing a reaction video. It's a sponsor request, right? Like take that out of it for a second, I guess. And like it's amazing to me. I'm only speaking personally. It's amazing to me to be able to sit here and listen to this type of music. I can't exactly explain it to you, but I guess there's something with this specific era and this type of vocal that it just sounds so timeless, but it's hitting me and affecting me in a really beautiful way that it's just making me really love this. Just really enjoy sitting here. Like this is just something I could see myself just listening to all day. Just yeah, I don't know. There's something about this that like even when I listen to like other classical pieces, obviously I love many of those, but there's something about this sound and the way that the group has been able to bring this into, you know, something from times ago and bring it to modern recording technology and for our ears to be able to hear it. I think that just is beautiful. I think that that's amazing. And bringing, I guess, maybe it's the voices, right? Humans are attracted to humans. And so that the human voice is just a natural attractant. And to hear almost, I guess, you know, obviously a reproduction, a replicated, you know, they're following the music and everything, but to bring that back from its original time into our time, it to me is something of wonder, and I just love the music a lot. That's what I'm trying to get to. I really love what I'm hearing. I love the layering, the constant back and forth, the pushing and the pulling of their vocals, and of course in accordance with the fiddle that's being played here as well, which that's being performed by, I had his name, William Hunt here. It's just two voices, Margaret Philpott and Jeffrey Shaw and William Hunt. They are the three that are involved here. And you know how like in a relay race, how the runners, you know, once one is already running and then the next one begins to run ahead and then they pass the baton back, just knock my thing off, pass the baton back and then they grab it and then they run past. There's a constant relaying vocally that's happening here that is so cool to listen to and cool to kind of hear the way that they ebb and flow back and forth. Because at certain points, I was really listening to who's leading and who's following and how that relationship is kind of being handled vocally. And what I noticed is there's a perfect and equal sharing of it, of those vocal responsibilities. At certain times, he would lead, start off with a word or start off with, you know, a phrase and begin to sing that. And she would follow just behind him, just trailing right behind him, kind of echoing it and kind of singing not quite in the round, but in a certain style, in a certain manner, going right ahead. Or she's trailing. And then they would harmonize. They would equal out, parallel to each other, and harmonize beautifully, sometimes end that particular verse, the music would fade briefly, and then she would lead. And then he would follow just behind. And then they would come back, equal out, and then vice versa. So like, I know my hands are doing a weird thing, but like if this is him and this is her, like this is how they're singing. Like, it's like they're constantly just working with each other in a really gorgeous way. And the richness of his voice, especially that earthiness, is so wondrous. And when the few times when he kind of pushes into a little bit of a higher note, soars. And then same thing with Margaret. She sometimes will sing a little bit higher and then she'll pull it back, but then she'll spring up a little bit of a note ahead. And it's just a nice fountainous kind of back and forth that they have that works really well. And the fiddle is there at every single step of the way to kind of act as, I guess, the track beneath their feet. It is the asphalt beneath their feet, of which they step on, they dance upon, they sing upon, and they run upon. And it's just fantastic. That's what I have to say. It is fantastic to listen to. I think that it is gorgeous. It hits in every single aspect. And to me, it's just nice to listen to this. Let's boil it down. It's nice for me to hear this. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. Now, let's see. I have the lyrics pulled up here that were sent to me by Sylvain. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Outwardly I laugh, but inwardly I weep. My glance is cheerful, but my heart cursed the hour in which it acquired that good which banishes all well-being, that pleasure which brings death to me, without any consolation to aid or succor me. So think about the title, right? My mouth laugh, right? But inside, I'm crying. Outside, I'm smiling. Inside, I'm crying. Very relatable. When was this released again? I should have looked that up really quick. I didn't. I apologize. When was this originally written by Ockeghem? Let me see if I can find that really quickly. Is there a year to this? Excuse me. I don't know if I can find it. Nothing's coming up initially as I'm kind of glancing around here, and I don't want to spend too much time necessarily wasting your time. Perhaps it says around 1410. Well, he was born, I think, 1410. I think that's actually what that is. So I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, he was born in 1410 and died in 1497. So somewhere in there is when this was written. We'll just have to leave that for now. Back to the lyrics, though. Ah, perverse, false, and lying heart, tell me how you dare to think, or falsifying that which you had promised, since you want to avenge yourself in this way, like that the heart seeking vengeance. Think rather of shortening my life. I cannot live in the state to which you have brought me. Like, if you're going to do something, short my life, because I can't stay in this particular state. I can't be like this back and forth tug and pull of emotions. Your pity would wish henceforth that I die, but your harshness wants me to stay alive. Thus alive I perish, and living die, but to conceal this unremitting ill and to cover up the grief in which I labor. Can we bring back music like this? Can there be some sort of renaissance?
Please clap.
Of music, to bring this back? Like, Gentle Giant had it, right? Like, and someone needs to bring this back. Maybe there is already. Maybe there may be, actually, there probably is like some indie bands and stuff that are doing something like this. Outwardly I laugh, but inwardly I weep. My glance is cheerful, but my heart cursed the hour in which it acquired that good which banishes all well-being, that pleasure which brings me death. They have enough chorus, without any consolation to aid or succor me. And even the emotions that are being written about here and sung about are very relatable. It kind of like, the more things change, the more things stay the same. They were dealing with stuff at the same time. We deal with stuff at the same time now. God, that is just amazing. I love that. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this as well. This is just really cool. This is a cool space to explore. And I'm really having a good time with it. So I hope that you guys are as well. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. Sylvain, thank you so much for the recommendations. They're great. Great lane that we're driving in here. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Come back tomorrow. I'll see you all then. Bye.